Plus, everybody. Welcome back to the Grand Torino. Delighted you could join me again. Breaking news story developing from the United States congressional hearings. YouTube was recently asked about its algorithm suppression of conservative viewpoints in the United States. And it seems through that we've also had repercussions from that algorithm and suppression of those viewpoints in our elections here, in our referendum, repeal the 8th referendum on the abortion issue. And I want to read to you a breaking story which came to my attention today from Breitbart News. And it follows: blacklisted. Leaked YouTube doc appears to show election interference. Blocked terms include abortion is murder, repeal the 8th, Irish Catholic and pro-life. Ireland's 8th Amendment protected the right of the life to the unborn. Update from Breitbart News obtained a response from YouTube. In the midst of the Irish referendum on abortion, our systems brought authoritative content to the top of our search results for pro-abortion related queries. This happened for pro-choice and pro-life queries. There was no distinction. New York Project Veritas has obtained a YouTube blacklist large upload from an insider at YouTube, which appears to show the manipulation of political content in Irish elections. These were the referendums on the removal to the right of protection to the life of the unborn child. The 8th Amendment, which was successfully repealed in May 2018, was an amendment to the Irish Constitution that recognised the right to life of the unborn. Now, the following is a list of terms. I'll bring it into you here. I think it's important that we go through these because then you'll see your search queries or your search entries for information were suppressed, and these were blocked by the algorithm. And they are as follows: abortion is barbaric, abortion is wrong, abortion is murdering, abortion is crime, abortion increases risk of miscarriage, abortion increases risk of infertility, abortion increases the breast cancer, abortion increases the likelihood of future miscarriages. All of that information in those search engines would have been quashed or pushed to the back of search pages. It continues: abortion increases the risk of ectopic pregnancy by 50. Abortion increases the risk of mental health problems. Abortion increases risk of premature birth. How to have an abortion without going to the doctors. Oh my Lord. How to have an abortion without a doctor. How to have an abortion at home. Yahoo. How to have an abortion using Coca-Cola. Abortion up to 12 weeks. The 8th Amendment of the Constitution of Ireland. Repeal the 8th. Repeal the 8th. Abortion. Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Sinn Féin, Labour, Green Party, Varadkar, Coveney, Harris, Simon Harris, Martin, Mary Lou MacDonald, Howlin, Higgins, President Higgins, Cardinal Daly. Those people would have, those search results would have been suppressed in any of their opinions, or they would not have been bombarded with the mouths of questions that pro-life supporters or citizens would have been asking these peoples. This is huge implications here. Citizens Assembly and abortion. Remember we were talking about Citizens Assembly earlier on in the year with the yellow vests and purporting that even if you were to search into that information was being quashed. The 36th Amendment of the Constitution Bill 2018 on abortion. Right to travel on abortion. Abortion rights. Murder of innocent babies, termination of pregnancy, pro-abortionists, TFMR Ireland, Life Institute, Save the 8th, Irish Catholic, Right to Life, pro-abortion extremists, pro-life, abortion discrimination, pro-choice, abortion rights campaign, crisis pregnancy, abortion demonstration, abortion rally, rape crisis network, women's aid and abortion, the Irish Family Planning Association and abortion, the Union of Students and abortion, Medical Alliance for a no vote abortion, liberal abortions. Then the last of the list carries on: abortion causes, or this information again being suppressed, abortion causes or increases the risk of suicide, depression and post-abortion criminalising abortion, and post-abortion syndrome, my apologies. Late term abortions. Ireland is the safest place in the world for pregnant women and abortion. Lowest maternal mortality rate and abortion. Abortion increases the risk of infertility. Ireland is pro-life. Abortion referendum. Abortion Ireland. Save the 8th. Love both. Together for yes. Repeal referendum. Repeal campaign. And the last of the list: abortion and rape, abortion and incest, abortion and Down syndrome, abortion's right to choose, child murder, fatal fetal abnormalities, abortion politicians deciding, abortion and the Catholic Church, abortion and the Pope. And it goes on to list another set of the same set of TDs. And with the last of the list, probably in the suppression area, the X case, Ronan Mullen, Iona Institute, Abortion Rights Campaign Ireland, Coalition to Repeal the 8th, Together for Yes, Repeal the 8th, State Funding, Constitution and Abortion, Unborn Life, and the list continues with Savita Hal Apavanor, who, if you remember, died of septicemia and was the Trojan horse case that was presented to the Irish public that was to lead the charge for the repeal of the 8th and the protection to the life of the unborn. Appalling. And it was also asked by the husband of Savita for the pro-abortionistas not to use her image in their campaign for the yes vote, which they duly ignored because of there is photographic evidence of them using her image to push for the abortion for the repeal of the 8th, which was sickening at the time. No mainstream. We'll go back. The article concludes, said Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe. On Monday, Project Veritas released a viral investigation that raised questions of Google's interference in American elections. This new document shows their subsidiary, YouTube, appeared to have attempted to influence elections in Ireland. So anything that I would have been producing as content on my channel as a pro-life advocate would have been suppressed, any of my information. So that's freedom, that's the meddling in elections, and also the reduction of my freedom of expression. Are they a platform or are they a content? What am I? I'm a content creator. Are they a platform or a publisher? It's time for Google to decide, and I think that's going to come out of the congressional hearings. These documents seem to corroborate Breitbart's 2018 story that exposed YouTube's blacklist. The newly leaked document contradicts Google executive Jen Jenny's public statement, and I believe Jenny might have come home for a bit of respite. Maybe somebody might see her out and about and send in the Gran Torino some video evidence. If you do see her, because no, we'll cancel that. Said Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe. On Monday, Project Veritas released a viral investigation that raised questions of Google's interference in American elections. This new document shows their subsidiary YouTube appeared to have attempted to influence elections in Ireland. These documents seem to corroborate Breitbart's 2018 story that exposed YouTube's blacklist. The newly leaked document contradicts Google executive Jen Jenny's public statement that Google has repeatedly been clear that it works to be a trustworthy source of information, without regard to political viewpoint. In fact, Google has no notion of political ideology in its rankings. Project Veritas Google investigation has elicited responses from President. Insiders can securely share their stories with Project Veritas at veritastips@protonmail.com. Project Veritas seeks impactful stories from insider in technology, government, media and education. And I would like to report to you while we finish up on that article that if you have any submissions, please submit them to the Gran Torino website, www.grantorino.ie. Follow me on Twitter, Rowan W. Croft, and on Instagram, grand_Torino_Ireland, for morning broadcasts and catching up on my latest travels around the country as I report to you from the various locations around Ireland, shall we say. Let's just leave it at that. I'll be streaming later on today live. Please, if you're around, it'll be 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock this afternoon, GMT here in Dublin, Ireland. And we'll be following up on the story of the Arkansas Queen here in Ireland and see if we can verify and vouch for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this little broadcast. Interesting developments, keep your eye on. If you would be of a mind, please share this information with other people on your own platforms. This is election meddling, as has been reported in a congressional hearing, which will have huge impact going forward. We've asked you repeatedly to pay attention to the freedom of speech, and it seems the corporations think that they are bigger than the American Constitution, because they're certainly bigger than the Irish Constitution. As we can see, they've played us for fools yet again. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with that. Talk to you later. Us.